I'm not super excited for this one. I mean, I'm always excited to make a video, but not this dip. Hello, folks! Joey Let's Dippin' back here for another dip review. I'm getting an increasing amount of 800 numbers. Fuck you and everyone who looks like you! Some people were wondering. I have the Galaxy S8. Beautiful phone. I don't hate Apple users, I just like Android, okay? In my last video, you know I got the Senecas, and I was extremely excited to do this review. But that's gonna have to be the next review, because my friend Alistair wants me to review another one first. Seneca Straight. You know, straight dips are a little bit more tolerable to me now. I don't hate them as much. So, that's fine. He said that I'm gonna like the straight because it's unlike any other straight out there. It doesn't taste like a straight dip. People have told me that about every straight. Stoker's straight, this gay, this bisexual. As you can imagine, I'm quite skeptical. Anyways, I guess the grape will be next video. We're doing this, so let's take a look at the presentation. I don't do the pictures anymore because, quite frankly, you can honestly see it better on video, so what's the point? It's just like 5 seconds of silence wasted. These cans are nice. I like the Seneca cans. They're pretty well designed. For a cheap dip, they're good because they have a metal lid, which is kind of impressive anyways. You have dips that have been around much longer than this that are still in plastic cans, so that's good. They always have nice vibrant colors. So we have 63% US tobacco and 37% foreign tobacco. And I forgot to mention this before. Seneca is one of the only, if not the only, dip that is pasteurized. For freshness and taste. Anyways, let's crack right into it and take a whiff of the scent. Woohoo! I don't know if it shows on camera, I'm sweating a lot. It's very hot in here, and I've been running around cleaning up the house today. I just vacuumed in here. It's nice. Alright. That one was a little tricky. I don't like that a huge glob of the shit is stuck to the lid. Okay, so. It definitely smells like a straight dip, Alistair. I think that you're fucking with me. As all straight dips do to me, it smells like ass. It just does. They all smell basically the same to me. So I'm not as good at distinguishing them, but it's not as punch you in the face as some of them are. Like when I sniff Longhorn Straight, it jumps out at me a bit more than, I don't know, Cope Straight does. But yeah, and then Grizzly Straight is awful. I don't really remember Stoker Straight, but obviously I remember not liking it. So it's pretty dark, pretty fresh. They kind of gypped me a bit, and there's something here. I do not know what that is. Take that out in case it kills me. Better not be paint from the white lid. Okay, for some reason it's just now hitting me that I'm about to dip a straight dip. Alright, but, oh dear. Oh Christ. Alright. Cheers, guys. Hope you're packing something better. Maybe the rum or the cream. Flavor is not awful. It's alright. It's very, very sweet. It's probably sweeter than most straight dips I've had. And it's okay. I mean, it still tastes like straight, but a little bit less shit. A little bit more tolerable. Doesn't taste artificial or anything. I'm not good at describing straight dips. I apologize for that. Very sweet, less punch you in the face than the other ones. Leave him alone! Comparison? I guess it's closer to like Cope Straight than Skull or Grizzly or Longhorn Straight. What was the other terrible straight I reviewed? Was it Kayak? Might have been Kayak. Is UPS delivering me a package? They'll have to wait. Oh no, it's the neighbor. So the cut. People seem to have varying opinions on the cut. For me, it seems like it's just kind of randomly cut. It's not the best, but it's not the worst, really. It's okay. There's certainly worse cuts out there. And line your shit up! Drives me nuts when you don't, because I have extreme OCD. And I don't just mean that I'm a neat freak, I have OCD. So don't fuck with that shit! Ew. It's what I like about having facial hair this long. It's not long enough that shit can get embedded in it. They basically have to scrape out. I've never had a long beard, so I don't know what it's like, but that's what I picture it being like, getting crumbs and shit trapped in it. I also shower every day. If I don't shower every day, I feel off. I'm one of those people. I mean, when I first started Joey Let's Dippin', it was a different story. I was kind of scrubby then. But since like 2012, I gotta shower every day. So, the packability is pretty good. It's not, few floaters, as you can see. But it's not too bad. Most of it is staying put, which is good. And the texture is fine. For a cheap dip, I'm impressed by Seneca because it doesn't have that waxiness. See, for me, dips like Timberwolf, or most of the Timberwolves, or Husky, or Longhorn, or Kayak especially, they have this waxy fake texture. It doesn't feel like legit tobacco. Whether or not this is cut up cigarette tobacco, as some people theorize, and Seneca was originally a cigarette brand, it has a good texture. It feels like real tobacco on the lip. There's no burn, as it's quite soft. It's okay. Whoa! Nicotine, despite the fact that it's 37% foreign tobacco, doesn't really have much. As far as I can tell, it doesn't. Like, I think that Seneca would be an okay dip for a beginner. Like the cream or something, nice little flavor to introduce you, and then the rum's kind of a nice way to introduce you to the bolder, earthier flavors. But it doesn't seem to have much nicotine. The only real product that still gives me a buzz is snus, because you actually swallow and ingest it. Vape does not give me one. Dip does not give me one. Except for like Cope Snuff if I dip enough, and Grizzly Fine Cut Wintergreen will give me a buzz. I don't mind the Fine Cut Wintergreen, actually. It's pretty good. I might re-review it at some point. Only review I did of it was with the Bluegrass Dipper. I never did a standalone review. Saw it at the store the other day. Might get it. Would you like to see a Grizzly Fine Cut Wintergreen review? Let me know! Spit! As you've seen multiple times throughout this video, very dark. Seneca has extremely dark spit. I love it. It's nice. It's not foamy. It's not white and clear. It's nice and dark. And I've had some people say, what the fuck does that matter? What's the color of the spit matter? It just feels real. When you're spitting out water, it's hard to feel like you're packing a proper lip. When it's nice and dark and comes out like that, you're dipping a dip. That's why it's a big deal. Thank you very much. Oh, woo! Lastability of Seneca is pretty good. Generally with a lip like this, about an hour, actually. I know in my last video I think I said like 45 minutes. This stuff takes a while to dry out, and part of that is because it stays packed together pretty well. The aftertaste, I think, is going to be... It's going to be okay. I mean, as a straight dip, which I hate to admit it, I actually kind of like this. My first straight dip that I actually kind of like. Alistair was right. It's still a straight dip, but it's okay. It's actually okay, but we'll get to that at the rating. Aftertaste is probably just going to leave a straight taste, a sweet taste. Doesn't taste artificial or shitty, so shouldn't be too bad. And shout-outs. We do have quite a few today now. Thank you, everyone. We have Dalton Barclay, Super Sanic, Echo Oblivion, Vocal Lions, Cameron Partial. You're not a camera. This is a camera. Caleb Thews? I don't know. I'm so sorry. Jason Glaus, The Hopewell Dipper, Sean Savage. That has a nice ring to it. If that's your real name, that's pretty swag. Travis Carter, TN Bass Fishing, Noah Henley, Country Boy Jamie, and Havoc's Nova Gaming. These are all pretty easy to pronounce ones today. For someone who speaks like I do and writes like I do, with weird names, I have a tough time, especially since my last name, most people have trouble pronouncing. My last name's not Leds, it's Ledoux. It's Ledoux. Has an X at the end because it's French, and people say Ledukes and Leducs. Number of subs, we're heading towards 63,000. Thank you all so much. I love you all. Keep dipping and spitting, keep cracking and packing. And now it is time for the rating, so we can elaborate on that a little bit more. This is the first straight dip I actually kind of like. It's okay. I will actually get through this can. I've never gotten through a can of straight before, except for the full can of Longhorn, technically. This stuff's alright. It's fine. It's nice and sweet. Doesn't have a punch you in the face kind of straight flavor. And Alistair, you were right. I was very skeptical, but you're right. So, with that, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. It's okay. It's not a bad straight dip. But would I dip it again? I'm not going to buy myself another tin of it, personally. But if a friend had it, which they never do, I would take a lip. It's okay. So I wouldn't buy it again, but if someone had it, I would take a pinch. But anyways, that's been the video. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and follow me on all my social media down below. Stay in touch with me outside the videos. And yeah, so thank you all so much for watching. I love you all, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.